Hello, my name is Emily DeRosa, and today I'm going to be showing you how I blend hair. For this demonstration, I thought it would be cool to make my own version of Cruella de Vil based on the Cruella Disney trailer that came out earlier last week. I thought that they didn't use straight black and white hair for their wig, so neither should I, and I decided I'm going to do a little bit of blending to get my own custom color with a little bit of gray thrown into the mix. Here you can see that my gray hair is about half the length of my white and black hair. That's alright, since her hair isn't very long in the trailer, so I'm going to be cutting the white and black braids in half to match that of the gray braid. This works for me since I find that shorter hair is always easier to work with when blending hair. My list of materials for this video is pretty short. You may have noticed that there's this spiky bed on my desk. That's called a hackle. And over here, I have a pair of scissors, in addition to the hair that I'll be using to blend. There's some other stuff at the end of my desk, but that won't be used until part 2. These kinds of jumbo braids are always tied with some sort of elastic or rubber band, so I untied the braid and set aside all of the rubber bands and elastics so that I can rebraid the hair after I'm done blending and avoid any more detangling before I have a chance to sew it into wefts. Additionally, I don't necessarily have enough black, based on my estimates, to make the wig half and half, so I'm going to add a little bit of the white to the black and increase the amount of black I have by dyeing it. Alright, here we go. I started by separating out some white hair and a little bit of gray hair to get some variation on that white side of the head, but I realize now this doesn't show up so well on camera, so I'm going to set aside the video and work on some higher contrast blends for the purpose of showing you how to blend hair, but just know that I did blend the white hair in addition to the black hair, and that both sides have color variation throughout. In this clip, I begin taking my white and slightly gray hair and blending in a little bit of black. I made sure to choose a piece of black hair that was about 25% of that of the white. This will ensure that the resulting gray shade is closer to white than black. But if I were to do a 50-50 split or have parts of hair that were equal in size, then I could expect a shade of gray that is exactly in the middle of white and black. Now that the video is slowed down a little bit, I can show you exactly how to blend color. This method of blending will apply no matter what mixture you're trying to blend together. So first you want to detangle the hair. It's just like with regular hair, where you want to detangle starting at the ends and work your way up to the root, except in this case the root is my thumb. I detangle both ends before starting to blend the hair. Now you'll see me start to spread the hair evenly so that the black has an even coating over the white hair. Then I fold the hair, but only halfway, and I mix by detangling the hair through the hackle. I do this process again and again. You'll see that the black is now hidden by the white, but as I continue to fold and mix, the black will become more incorporated into the white hair. It's important to fold your hair only to the middle of your mixture, because this way you're taking the leftmost hair and placing it in the middle, and that's how you're going to get a randomization between the different color fibers. If we were to fold it directly in half and continue to mix, your hair wouldn't be as randomized and you would spend a lot more time doing this process. But if you fold it into the middle, you'll be able to see that you'll blend much more quickly. It will take a few times of trial and error to get this process just right, and then eventually you'll be able to speed up the process without stabbing yourself on your hackle. After a few more rounds of mixing this end of the hair, it's time to turn the piece so that we can make sure the mix is all the way through. You'll notice that as you've been folding and mixing the hair on this half, that in your palm of your hand, a rope or braid is somewhat forming as you're folding and not necessarily detangling the other side of hair. So we're going to pinch on the side that is mixed and turn it around so that the side that is a little bit more tangled, we can now untangle. And as you detangle this side, you'll notice that our mix is now preserved from end to end through the hair. After we're done detangling this side of the hair, we can begin mixing from this side. And again, you're going to be spreading and folding the left to the middle of the hair. But because we've flipped the hair, we're now getting to the other side. What used to be the right side of hair is now the left, and we're folding that into the middle. So what you might have been neglecting on the first half of the blending, you're now getting to on this half of the blending. And then we can repeat, going back and forth between the two ends, folding left to the middle, and detangling and mixing the hair until we're satisfied with the level of incorporation between the two colors. Some might prefer a little streakier of a look, in which case you probably wouldn't blend it as much. But if you want the two colors to be completely evenly incorporated, you're going to be doing this for a bit of time to get that really nice blended color. Since I don't want to lose all the white that I had, I'm going to take that same amount of hair and blend it into the rest of the white so that black is really, really finely distributed. And then I'm going to take a little bit of my white gray and put it into my black. But you'll notice that this is going to be closer to a 50-50 mix between white and black, because as I mentioned earlier in the video, I don't have enough black to really do an even 50-50%. So this will end up being a little lighter gray than the final product, and I'm going to dye it so that I can achieve darker hair on that half of the head without sacrificing hair thickness as compared to the white side. I haven't decided on which method of dyeing I'm going to use, but if you comment below with your suggestions for future tutorials, I can decide which method to use based on which method you want to see. Do you want to see an ink dyeing method for the black side, or do you want to see me use RIT dye? Either method I use, I'm hoping to really just tint it so that it's still rich and that it will be a little easier to light for photographers or videographers or however I choose to record the final product of this wig. That's pretty much it for how to blend hair. Let me know if you have any questions that I can answer in the comments below, and I'll do my best to hopefully provide some clarity. And if I need to do a follow-up video later on the same topic, I'm definitely happy to do so and expand on any of the questions you might have. In part 2, I will be proceeding with the next step of this wig creation by showing you how to make wefts out of this raw hair using that sewing machine you see right there in the background. And we'll be proceeding with the rest of the making of the wig. As always, thank you all for watching. I'm going to be including all my social media information down in the description below, so if you haven't already, please follow, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. In addition to all the social media, I'm now live on Patreon, so if you would like to contribute to my growth as a company and as a creator, I'd really appreciate it. And without any further ado, thanks again for watching. Ezra says hi, that's my cat. We look forward to working with you. Bye bye!